another video. You know, cutting up.
All right, we live, people. You know
what I'm
saying? What's good? It's your boys in the building.
Boy, Frankie B.
And Eman The Barber. We're cutting up.
We still Ravens Nation. You know what I mean? We still here. You know what I'm saying?
Bad hiccup.
Yeah,
super bad come out.
Oh my goodness.
Super bad. Letdown, loss, all that.
Bro. Like
I am flabbergasted.
But not surprised.
No, absolutely.
It's crazy.
Not against Tua. I expect any other quarterback
other than Tua
that has talent, some type of reputable talent, than Tua. If it was, like you said, the upper echelons, if it was the Justin Herberts, well, but they put him up there. All right, if it was Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Tom, the GOAT, Pat,
the reason
I would expect, all right.
The reason I say I'm not surprised because we did let, what's his name? The Bengals' old quarterback.
Oh, Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton come back on us with, this was before.
But it wasn't 21.
But I mean, I know it wasn't 21.
It wasn't in the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter, though, man, this is crazy.
That's the thing. It wasn't 21 in the fourth quarter.
But I mean, first of all, shout out to Lamar Jackson. Did his thing. Pay that man, Mr. Pay that man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even at the end of the game, they at the press conference they asked him about the style of offense, about running. He said, "No, we've been changing.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta realize, like, we're changing to more than just a run offense."
It's been like that. It's just that he just has a Superman cape. They have instituted plays for him to run, but he's really a pocket passer.
And shout out to McCarry, Pat McCarry stepping in at that left tackle. Your boy ain't getting touched.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we couldn't run the ball for nothing, I'd rather, honestly, I said cut Mike Davis, bring Tyler Beatty up from off the practice squad.
The only thing I would say, they're not using Justice Hill to his strength.
They're not using him enough. Run him outside.
Stretch play, please.
Let him go.
Put him on that outside.
And we've been telling y'all about Rashad Bateman. We've been telling y'all.
I ain't got no real wide receiver. You see.
And
Duvernay.
And that was a top 5 corner that he burnt. And Xavier Howard
all pro.
You know what I mean? He had a bing catch, gone.
All pro. We
got speed too. You hit me.
Oh, we've been had that.
But they make it seem like the Ravens said, we got these young guys, they don't got this, they don't got that. Just watch.
And DeMarcus Robinson got his first touchdown as an official Raven.
Yep.
Lamar is passing that pill, which he's
been doing, but
he's not a quarterback.
He
can't throw. 300 yards.
I'm just saying, like, my man had over 400 yards, total yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mark Andrews had another 100 yards.
104 yards in the tub.
Finally got Isaiah Likely instituted. But the whole division took an L, though.
Everybody took an L.
Bengals, y'all, where y'all
supposed to be at.
Cowboys, congratulations, y'all, off the snide. I'm only saying congratulations now because we all know y'all put y'all stuff up here, but
of course,
never gonna go nowhere. Let's see, Pittsburgh lost. They lost to who did they lose to?
Pittsburgh lost to New England.
That's it. That was a shocker.
England. We got them next week in Foxborough.
And of course, the Browns had to come back against the Jets. Oh, Joe.
Joe always
Joe
Joe always Flacco, for some reason Flacco always burned the Browns.
Joe showed up
3 times.
Two late quarter ones put him ahead. I couldn't believe it. Like Joe,
young look like young Joe. Joe about 38. Like, come on now.
Oh. And the Browns, I don't know how. Well, I mean, I can't talk about comebacks.
It was just one of those type weeks. It was one of those type weeks, period. You know what I mean?
Kyler Murray did his Tyler thing.
They came back.
You know, scrambled for about 15 seconds.
Angry Tyler. That's what he
Say, go to bed now.
The surprise, no. The surprise to me was the fact that the Jaguars beat the Colts 24-0.
Yeah. Well, they're on the up and up. They got a new coach and gave Trevor Lawrence his old running mates, Travis Etienne and them. That the Raiders, I don't know how they were. They said the boys scrambled for like 15 seconds.
Yeah. No, he was back there for 20 seconds.
It was 20.
He was back there for 20 seconds, just standing there, just
nah, he
running,
was moving, but like I said, they told him
stood
go to
there
bed.
for a second, then running.
Where you at, boy?
Then stood and then took off like I'm gone.
I was like, man.
Hey, that's crazy.
What the Hollywood? Oh, well, I don't know.
Who?
Hollywood, did he put up anything in that game?
I seen him. He did something. It wasn't no Rashad Bateman type game.
Nah.
But he definitely did something.
And as we talk, of course, it's Monday, so Tennessee and Buffalo, they tied at 7 right now. Let's see where old
That was quick.
Yeah.
Game just started at 7:30.
Hollywood has 6 for 68.
No tub, bro.
No tub.
He dropped the tub before he got knocked out.
And he probably dropped
He
it.
probably dropped it.
Right, but
hold on, and while we're going to jump back to the Ravens and everything, but I do want to say shout out to Florida State, we 3-0, and the U took that L this weekend. Jimbo Fisher, Coach Jimbo.
Y'all should have took that L.
We almost did. I was nervous. I ain't even going to act like I wasn't nervous. And to the point, I just turned the game off and said I ain't even watching anymore.
Y'all definitely should have took that. I'm like, man.
But we 3-0.
Y'all came back at the end.
Maryland 3-0. Maryland almost took that L too. SMU was, that boy had almost 200 yards, receiving yards on Maryland. His last name Rice for SMU, the wide receiver. That boy went off. I mean, he went off. But hey, somehow them Tagovailoa brothers, they won this weekend.
Yeah. Well, we know why Big Brother won because
what kind of coverage were they?
Because of the cheetah and Jalen Watt. I ain't gonna lie, when Jalen did his insult, I was like, that's slick. That correlates to your name. I see the connection. It was weak, but at the same time,
I understand.
Wow. But yeah, they both had over 10 catches for over 170 each of them.
Tyreek had 191.
Goodness. And 2 touchdowns.
And 2 tubs. And what you gonna hit like 170 something. I think he had two tubs himself.
Yeah, they both had 2. So defense, y'all let us down.
And like I was explaining to somebody earlier, like you can't blame that on the offense because they still try to blame somebody I know still trying to blame it on Greg Roman. If I give you a 21-point lead going into the fourth quarter, that's on you.
Yeah.
Even if I don't score anymore, that's on you.
What, you talking about the defense or?
Yeah, that's on the defense.
They're trying to.
They're trying to say Greg Roman ain't make no adjustments in the second half to try to do this.
Nah, yeah, that's on the defense. Like especially just 21 fourth quarter. I understand the offense did struggle, had a 3 and out and turnover on downs, but you have 21 points.
Yeah, you up 21.
It's no. I don't care how
Then Lamar drove us down the field.
How
And when we was tied, he drove us
things
down the
happen.
field. Drove us down the field, and that 51-yard field goal from Tuck.
Yeah.
That should have sealed it right there. We should have won 38-35. Shouldn't even been that close though.
Yep. It shouldn't have been. But I did expect, like, even if not that field goal, I say we missed one. What was it? They turned the ball over on downs twice. Well, one was a fumble.
It was twice.
20.
But they saying they should have
Kicked the field goal.
No, but see that's what I don't like, the double standard with that. Like, because if they would have got the first snap, oh, it's a great call.
Mm-hmm.
But because they didn't get it, man, they should have did this, should have did that, should have did this. Like, no, I mean, I didn't mind them going for it on 4th and 1. I didn't like the play call of them trying to run up the middle with Lamar on 4th and 1 when you know you got 8 in the box. They stacked in the box. The whole right side is wide open. Run outside and get it.
Or do like you did. Put on
Andrews right there. When I said, all right, G-Roll, you're in your bag a little bit.
Yeah. Switch it up.
Give it to Ricard. Give it to somebody.
Ricard, yeah. Pat Ricard, definitely. Mr. Utility.
Give it to somebody to go up the middle and get the yards, because the running backs wasn't. Mike Davis couldn't get nothing. Kenyon Drake couldn't get nothing. I'd rather kept what's his name? Devontae Freeman.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Latavius Murray.
No, I'd rather kept Devontae. I would have been all right with them too. At least they got a little bit of run.
Yeah, it was just a bad week for the whole bad week for
the whole division.
The favorites anyway.
So it's like,
yeah.
Hey, but I mean, it was a lot of different games that was surprising.
My man A-Rod did his thing against the Bears.
That's not surprising. You know what I mean? He still got the deed to Chicago right now.
Yeah.
Man, I own you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that wasn't surprising. What's surprising is after that great game Justin Fields had last week, and only had 70 passing yards.
7. And then he his post-game interview, he said, "Man, I don't really care what the fans say because they're not putting in the work." And then your boy Shaden Coy said, "What work you put in?
Right.
What are you talking about the fans for? You threw up 70 yards, bro."
And of course, we got some type of devastating news. Not to our team, but Trey Lance suffered a broken ankle last night. Yes,
Oh yeah. Now we got some devastating news. My man Poe's out for the season.
They put
Aaron Allen
back, you know what I mean? But
my man Poe out for the season, man.
Poe gone.
I think he, tore
Stephen Main's gone too, though.
tore a ligament in his wing.
Yeah, he gone.
My man Poe. So shout out to Poe.
Yeah, but Jimmy Garoppolo came in the game yesterday, went 13 for 21, $154 in the tub, with a 100.1 quarterback rating. They took care of Seattle 27-7.
But we already know what Jimmy is. He's a Band-Aid.
That was smart for them not to get rid of him, though.
It was.
It was definitely smart for them not to get rid of him. But I mean,
Jimmy's only going to take you so far. The team, especially that last playoff run, won in spite of Jimmy because he had mediocre games, but just Debo was so good, the defense was so good. So Jimmy, it is what it is.
And then the Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions.
I would expect Amon-Ra St. Brown, the wide receiver.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
2 catches.
Official.
68 yards. Did they take his time? No. I'm sorry. He had 9 catches, 116 yards, and 2 tugs. He had 2 rushing attempts with 68 yards. I'm sorry.
That was what I said. That's the rushing.
That was a rush. That was me. That was my fault. Yeah, so
if you play fantasy, I hope y'all draft him.
Shout out to Jared Goff. 20 for 34, 256, 4 tugs.
But he's another one. He wouldn't really be nothing if they didn't surround him with talent. Like, because when he was with the Rams, he was good, but only because Jared Goff. Yeah, they only went to everybody. It was loaded.
Yeah, they were. Then you got the Giants 2-0.
And that's another reason why. Another help or advocate for Lamar. Like all these quarterbacks, y'all had everything surrounded. I'm doing this.
Just us.
Just I mean, we
up and comers.
Yeah,
like,
we have talent, but they're not.
And I'm also
not like first draft.
I'm hoping Dugan ain't not out long because he left concussion protocol. But
man had a kickoff return first play.
Muscle, like we couldn't start off no better though. Bro. Like come on, yo. Like we get that, and then a pick from Marcus Williams, and then another pick from Marcus Williams. Like, and then it should have been a third one from him, but
yeah, man.
And then hopefully Prochet come back this week. J.K. Dobbins come back this week. With the way Makari is playing right now, I would leave him out. I would leave Ronnie out until at least Buffalo or Cincinnati. The way he's playing right now.
But speaking of who else should get paid, somebody did get paid. My man Steph is a billionaire.
Yeah!
$1 billion lifetime contract. Ain't me. My man is a billionaire.
Can I get $100,000 contract or something? You feel me? Give me something.
Let's go, man. Billionaire, 5th ring on the way, hopefully within the next 2 years.
So are you full Golden State now?
No. I just roll with the billionaire. I'm in the cronies. I'm like, let's go, Steph. You not see me. Only Golden State stuff I might have is if it's in the shoe. That's about it. And a hat if it match. I might get the Curry 30 hat. But yeah, my man signed inked $1 billion deal. So let me see. So while they were playing, I guess Tiger, he was a billionaire while he was playing. LeBron a billionaire and still playing.
That's it.
Wow. That's amazing.
And shout out to the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah. They won the WNBA championship. Yeah. So, yeah.
First woman coach to actually in her first year.
Name somebody on the Vegas.
I can't.
That's terrible. Shout out to Ajay Wilson, man. You did your thing.
I'm looking right at it too. That's crazy.
Let's go, Ajay. So yeah, y'all won. Their coach was Becky Hammond, rookie female. I think Becky, she came from Popovich tree.
Yeah.
And then transferred over. So shout out to Becky Hammond, one of the legendary female players back in when the female league was first started.
She won one too, though, didn't she?
Huh?
Didn't she win one as a player?
Yeah, she probably did. I'm gonna just say yeah. But Ajay Wilson, league MVP.
Shout out to Lexi Brown just because. Sparks.
Is that the pretty one?
I believe so.
Sounds pretty.
Shout out to the WNBA, y'all. I'm talking about. Keep doing. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Equal pay. I'm yelling it out.
Oh man, I'm stupid.
I'm just saying. You sent me something earlier. You want to touch on that? Or you want to leave that one alone?
The people that was in the room when Brett Favre went into the Hall of Fame, and nobody mentioned about text messages that he sent to that jet masseuse. Nobody mentioned anything about the addiction that he suffered from. But yet T.O., they brought up everything. Can you imagine if T.O. would have had an incidents like Brett Favre off the field? T.O. still to this day right now would not be in the Hall of Fame. Yet they walked right past it like Brett Favre did nothing.
That is true. I give you that.
The problem that I have with this situation, you got to be a sorry mofo to steal from the lowest. Mississippi is the poorest state in our country.
It is.
Its citizens. So if they're the poorest state, Brett Favre is taken from the underserved. You made $100+ million in the NFL. This is what we know. Scared when black and brown people do fraud the government, they hell bent. You get an EBT card or you get WIC or you get stuff like that, boy, they move heaven and earth to try to put you in jail for $400 little measly dollars.
Fact.
Now this man done took $1 million and they sitting around like, well, you know, it happened and we'll see. And they're going to get more money and do it all over again. The biggest criminals, the people that steal the most, look like that. But he's been a sleazeball. He's been shady for a very, very long time.
I don't know if y'all seen it, but last week, one of the NFL legends, Brett Favre, got into a scandal where I forget what business endeavor he was into, but it ended up robbing the taxpayers of Mississippi over millions of dollars.
That's crazy.
Now, the problem is, once again, because he's a Wahite gentleman and has, an extra level of notoriety and is from Mississippi, they're kind of lenient with pressing charges, which is a well-known crime that he committed. So they haven't pressed no charges, but if he was a, melanated brother like ourselves,
throw the book at him.
And not let him off the hook, like how they keep on any type of scandal or wrongdoing. First thing they did, Deshaun Watson.
And
Deshaun Watson.
I'm glad you brought Deshaun up because and this is another thing, not to take away from anything that he probably did or allegedly did or what he did do. Ben Roethlisberger said he should never play in the league ever again, talking about Deshaun Watson. Little did we forget that, Ben, you had got charged for a rape charge, and they swept it under the rug like it was nothing. How can you even come out your mouth to say anything on that type of situation?
That's what we're all trying to figure, like the double standard. What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
prominent athletes, just because they're proud and, like I said, they're lighter skinned melanation, for some reason always get the less harsh or even Robert Kraft with his sexual allegations during the Super Bowl week.
Robert Kraft, the guy down at the Commanders, right?
Massage parlor, brothel, whatever.
And that's the guy that the Commanders too.
They're front.
They will not go into that at all.
Even my team, the Suns own it.
Yeah.
All these years of either racial or sexist discrimination.
Yep.
They gave him for billionaires, you gave him a $10 million fine, which is about $100 to them, and suspended for a year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I just didn't. I thought it was interesting. Like my man Shannon Sharpe, he spoke on it on Undisputed. Him and Skip. It's just the treatment and the inequality of them not charging this man for illegally stealing money and millions of dollars from Mississippi, which is already one of the poorest states in the country. Yeah, man, it's just not fair.
Man, y'all let us know how y'all feel about it down in the comment section.
Yeah, it's just,
let us know.
The leniency of the double standard. Yeah, that's gotta stop, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
so
yeah.
Let's see. This is one more highlight. I forgot. Oh, that's what it is. I'm going to give a shout out to my man Kendrick, one of the one of the dumb boy running backs. My man,
Yeah, that's right.
starting for varsity. I think he's a sophomore. This man averaging 24 yards a carry. Beat Patterson 70-0.
Yes. But it's Patterson.
Hey, you gotta get your numbers up.
Patterson was tough like 2 years ago, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so that was it. Shout out to my man Kendrick. You want to tell him about y'all little scandal and why I fell? My man got robbed. Go ahead and tell him, Coach. How you feel being scandal? How you feel getting Belichick, man?
Man, it's crazy.
You never thought it would happen.
In youth football, yeah. Come on now, bro. Like, we took an L. We took an L this week.
So, the coach.
But so you know, if you're familiar with youth football, you know,
Get it off your
the
chest,
team that you're playing, each team gotta have a spotter for each side for each team to make sure every child, you know, everybody get their play a good amount of players that they're supposed to get in. So after this person checked off everybody,
Tell him what Ralph did, man. What Ralph did, man.
after he checked off everything, he went to our bench next to our water and took one of our playbooks and walked to the other side with it. Oh. Every play we ran, they blitzed. They knew everywhere we were going. They knew everything we were doing. And the petty part about it, after the game,
Sorry, it's not funny, but
after the game, when we all cleared out and everything, they're going to have the audacity to hand the playbook to one of my other coaches and say, here go y'all playbook.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? These are 12-year-olds.
Yeah, that's terribly hilarious,
Oh my
bro.
goodness.
It's terrible. They cheated at a 12-year game. Too bad y'all ain't had no water boom. Mr. Coach Klein.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We got foot, Mr. Coach Klein.
It's crazy, man.
Imagine him as a baby.
It's crazy, bro. Like, at a 12-year-old game, you stealing playbooks? You lucky I don't put your names out there. I'm gonna leave it alone.
You should. What you mean? Y'all got robbed, man.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, man.
Silver Spring Saints.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Like, come on.
Home
man.
wax. Silver Spring Steaks.
Like, come on, man.
Y'all know y'all credit. Cheating in 12 years. Should be kicked out the league.
I mean, we couldn't move the ball at all. Couldn't move the ball at all.
Man.
It was crazy. My son couldn't get a yard.
That's terrible, bro.
It is what it is, though. We'll be back. You know what I mean? Be back this week coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what happened at work today, man?
Let's see. Just like a whole bunch of L's been taken this week. Let's see.
Especially with Miami. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They say, I'll give you one now.
Another convoluted situationship. If your girl... Alright, so this is the story of when your girl who is about to get you out because she's done found another one. Found another girl to play with. Yeah, that's it. Like, I didn't know. So the whole backstory is, my man, he got involved with a bisexual girl, and they both are into polyamory, if you know what that is. So polyamory, you know, it's a free for all. It's an open relationship. He doesn't go both ways. So he's just strictly women, but she goes both ways. So end up getting with the chick, having a nice relationship, and then later on, she's not meeting. I mean, he's not. He came into the relationship kind of like struggle situation, switching jobs, relocating. So he's struggling. So he moves in with her.
Right.
Then, all of a sudden, a little strain on the relationship as far as money-wise and love language is not being met. Especially, I guess, in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
She says, he can't do certain things that, Lisa can do. Let's get some names. I'm going to say, let's call him Jake. I'm going to go all commercial. Jake from State Farm.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake from State Farm is dating Flo.
Stupid.
And then, so Jake from State Farm, Flo, they hook up, and like I said, Flo bisexual. So then she meets the AT&T girl. I think her name's Lily.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
think.
too much in the commercial, man.
So Lily, and so Flo and Lily start messing around. Then Jake was like, "Oh, well, do we need to set some boundaries?" Flo was like, "It is what it is. I need another friend." He was like, "How about this? How about we just become a throuple? All three of us."
Oh no!
It's messy. So they just went on a trip, and they say Jake has a breakdown moment. So while he's out there, why are you showing, Lily more attention? We supposed to be out here as a couple. But nah, it's just you and Lily. What's up, Flo? Flo was like, look, at this point, we just need to move on. Because the jealousy and stuff, I can't handle it. Plus, I'm not feeling you that much. As a matter of fact, when we go back, I'm going to need you out my house. Yeah. I was like, man. Flo living like that. He's like, yeah, because I moved in with her. For the job situation, so
We're running all this water.
Exactly. Like, man.
Do you swim, Flo? Like, nah.
Man. So, Jake is up against him, so he hops on the horn, so they go camping. Yeah, we don't camp, so that kind of tells you. Wow. That kind of tells you,
Yep.
right there.
Right there.
We don't camp.
Now the cat's out the bag.
Won't find us around too many bears and snakes and stuff like that. Unless it's daytime, Y'all go down a trailer too. Hold up, the sun's coming down a little bit. Y'all ready? Back. Let's go.
Bye.
So when they get back, Jake's like, while they're camping, he hops on the horn with his sister and just kind of venting and walks off. Then comes back a little later, but they're like, where were you? Like, I went off by myself. I had to clear my head. You don't just do that while we're camping out here. We don't know where you are, blah, blah, blah.
Now you can't.
Oh, exactly. So he's like, oh, now you care about my feelings.
No, you
like
just
that.
said. That's
Right, that's all it is. You didn't want this bird charge. Yeah, you and Lily going down. All right, so to get back to that, it's like, man, it's just super awkward because he's up against it now, looking for a new spot, don't got nowhere to go, but living with her, and now Lily is coming over more, but he's like, but him and Flo still sleeping in the same bed every once in a while, but it's still nothing there. It's just, one of the back-to-backs. Just, you just like, well, stay on your side of the border, Gina. Stay on your side of the border. So yeah, that's the L, man. Just be careful, like when you know a situation, especially if you're not ready for those stipulations, man. Don't get involved with somebody that's flipping, flopping, man. So yeah, that's the L for the week. L for the week.
It's not a lot of the deck studs around.
Yeah, man. My man Dexter. Yeah, but my man Dexter, he on nice. Yeah,
it is.
Miss Tasha, she was like, yeah, he's howling at everybody on that shit.
He's doing his thing.
Wow.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But you knew what it was, already. You know
Well, Miss Tasha, she got jealous, like
she
when.
cool feelings. That's
Oh yeah, she's like, cause like people was like, yeah, so your boy Dexter pushing up on me. She's like, don't do that. But she's not saying like, we had a relationship before, but she's just forewarning girls and telling them not to stay away from me. He's bad business.
Man, you fell into that club. Hey man, thanks for watching another episode. You know what I mean? We cutting up out here. You know it's your boy Frankie B.
Eman The Barber, Golden man.
Hey man, look.
Live, laugh, love, man. And
Do your thing. We cutting up. We out.